And here's part two of what I was saying. The fact that the company lowered his salary without even talking to him and then trying to basically gaslight him a little bit, say like, oh, you get extra PTO, or oh, you get quarterly bonuses. As we know, bonuses and incentive-based compensation can be very vague, and you may sometimes not get it if you don't reach goal. And sometimes that happens and it's not your fault. But I'm not going to get into that right now. The fact that they changed that was wrong. And then they called him a week later and tried to convince him again, and he turned it down, and I was completely supportive of that decision. Every decision that he and I make are for our family, and I am sure that everyone watching this video is making decisions for themselves and for their family and for their future. So please, please, please do not engage with companies that are already showing you toxic behavior from day one. The last thing that I will say, and this has happened to me, is if a company is hiring you really, really fast, I would be wary of that, because that usually means they have high attrition. And if a company has high attrition, then they are the problem, because they are just rushing, putting somebody into place, not coaching them, and then when it doesn't work, that person leaves or they get terminated, and then the cycle starts all over again. And to be honest, that's a waste of money. It's a waste of company money. It's a waste of the time of the person who is trying to learn from that position. So be careful and definitely pay attention to cues during your interview. If they say they're going to follow up by Friday and they don't, not great. It's not good to do that to a candidate, because you're showing them how you're willing to treat them. If they say that your salary range is within the range, and then they come back with a lower number, that's problematic, and they need to be able to explain why you came back at a lower number. If the company is not being responsive to you after you've had a first or second interview and they're just ghosting you, let it go. Like, no different than dating. If someone's going to treat you like that, forget it, move on. And if a company is upset about the things that you're sharing on LinkedIn or your followers or anything like that, LinkedIn is your page. And I'm not saying that you should be going on there and creating an OnlyFans, right? But it's a way for you to connect. It's a way for you to get your ideas out there, and it's a way for you to communicate your values. If a company gets upset about your LinkedIn, that's problematic, because you cannot be the thought police when it comes to what people are posting online. Now, if somebody posts something online that is absolutely horrible, it is a hate crime, it is racist, it is sexist, yes, absolutely, I completely agree that that's a problem and not a good representation of the company. But if you're sharing things that other people are talking about, and you're engaging in conversations with people within your field, and someone gets upset about that, that is somebody who is operating from ego only, because they don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to see the truth, and you're calling out the truth, and they don't like it because they believe what they have set up, either culture-wise or within the business, is the winning recipe, when in reality it's not. And the final thing that I'll say is, a company is not your family. I refuse to move forward with any company that says we're a family. You know why? Because that is their way of saying that we are going to invade your boundaries. We are going to have you work late. We are going to have you come to events all the time. We're going to make sure that you are always present. And you know what? That's not fair. That is not fair at all. If you need to be 24/7, there are some roles like that and support roles. I understand that. But to sit there and say that we're family, no, we're not. We're contracted to work. We're contracted to collaborate. And then you go home to your personal life. So I hope this helps. This is two-parter. I haven't done this in a while, but it is the reality. So please, please, please always keep yourself as number one, and don't allow any company or any person to make you feel like your value is lower. If they don't understand your value, forget them, move on, and that's it. The only way you lose is if you quit. And I don't believe that anybody that follows Crawford Consulting or anybody that I know will quit. It may be hard for a while, but if you keep going, you'll win. So have a wonderful evening. It's 5 o'clock, 5:08 actually, on Eastern Coast time. I can hear my daughter screaming, so I need to go attend to that, because my husband's trying to feed her at the moment, and I don't think she's really happy. So if you hear the screams, not me, just a 1-year-old being a 1-year-old. So have a wonderful night, stay safe, stay blessed, and it's always a good day to be alive. Keep that positivity.